Today, we're taking a deep dive into exactly that world, the surprisingly capable world of compact countertop dishwashers. We're focusing on the EUHOMY portable countertop dishwasher using a really detailed review that, well, it digs deep into what it promises and how it performs. So our mission for you today: cut through all the noise, understand what this little appliance really delivers, and figure out if it's, a genuine game changer for tight quarters or maybe just a very specialized solution for a niche problem. Can something this small actually handle kitchen grime? Can it live up to the hype?
And that's exactly what we want to clarify for you. This deep dive, it's really designed to get you informed quickly and thoroughly about this specific appliance.
Let's kick things off with the basics. What is this thing? The EUHOMY dishwasher, it certainly looks modern. It's got this sleek design, a transparent door, even some LED lighting inside. It looks like it would fit right into a contemporary kitchen. Size-wise, it's about 18 inches high, 16 wide, 16 deep. Weighs around, 28 to 30 pounds, so pretty portable, easy enough to lift onto a counter. But what's the standout feature for a countertop unit like this?
Well, what's genuinely innovative here, I think, and really sets it apart, is its dual water mode. You get two options, and they're incredibly flexible. Option one, you manually fill a 5-liter internal tank, which means, and this is crucial, absolutely no plumbing connections needed, none. Option two, if you have a more permanent spot, you can hook it straight up to a faucet. That no plumbing needed aspect, that's a massive deal. Think about apartments, RVs, dorm rooms.
Tiny homes, maybe?
Exactly. Places where a traditional dishwasher hookup is just impossible and maybe not allowed. It completely changes the game for where you can use it.
Yeah, that flexibility really does open up a lot of potential uses. So, okay, let's look under the hood a bit more. What features are packed in there? It lists 8 different wash programs, which seems like a lot. You've got the standard, normal, eco, a quick wash. But then it gets interesting. There's a baby care setting.
It sanitizes at a pretty high temperature, around 167 Fahrenheit. You usually see that on bigger machines.
Right. Plus programs for glass, fruit.
Yes, washing fruit. It's a feature.
Okay. And a self-clean option. And a dedicated dry mode, too. It feels like it's trying to be more than just a space saver, almost like a multi-tool for the kitchen.
And if you look at the efficiency side of things, the claims are pretty compelling. It uses very little water, about 5 liters, so roughly 1.3 gallons per cycle.
Which sounds really low.
It is. They claim it's up to 80% less water than washing dishes by hand. That's significant saving, especially over time. Energy use is also low, around 0.4 kilowatt hours per cycle. So pretty light on the utilities.
Okay, now, noise. I've had dishwashers that sounded like a plane taking off. The review calls this one super quiet, around 40 decibels. Is that accurate? Is it really that quiet?
It seems so. 40 decibels is essentially whisper quiet. That makes a huge difference in a small living space where any noise can feel really intrusive. As for the drying, it uses something called PTC hot air drying.
PTC.
Positive temperature coefficient. It's a type of ceramic heater that's efficient and self-regulating. But importantly, there's no auto-open door feature.
Ah, okay. Some bigger dishwashers do that to help with drying, right?
Exactly. Lets the steam out. This one doesn't. And for safety, you've got a child lock, error indicators, and it's ETL certified, which means it meets specific North American safety standards.
All right, specs are one thing, performance is another. How does it actually do when faced with dirty dishes? Let's get into the nitty-gritty. Starting with the good stuff, the cleaning power seems, well, impressive, according to the review. Cleans dishes, glassware, those baby bottles effectively. What really jumped out at me was the claim that it sometimes cleans better than some full-size units. That's a big statement for a little box, wouldn't you say?
It is a bold claim, yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe needs context. It's likely true for certain types of loads, or maybe compared to older, less efficient full-size models.
Yeah.
But the main point is, for its target user doing typical daily dishes, it can perform really well, sometimes even exceeding expectations. User feedback often backs this up. We see comments like, works better than full-size models, very quiet, easy to use.
So it delivers on the core promise. Clean dishes without using tons of water or energy.
Pretty much, yeah. That seems to be the consensus for most users.
But like anything, it's not perfect. What were the main drawbacks people mentioned? The drying seems to be one. Some users found dishes just weren't completely dry afterwards. Still some moisture left.
Right, and that leads to another specific issue some people had. Residue, particularly on silverware. Now, the review suggests maybe it's about how you place the detergent, but there was this one really blunt 1-star comment from a user named Greg.
Oh, yeah. What did Greg say?
He said, silverware residue. It's just rinsing dishes with plain water. Pretty harsh.
Ouch. That definitely stands out. It shows how one specific issue can really sour the experience for someone.
It really does. And there were also a few less common reports about build quality, things like the glass door arriving broken or parts seeming unreliable over time.
Okay, so occasional quality control hiccups, maybe. It's always good to hear directly from users, though. Like Rachel W., she said, it's great for a single person or couple. It works really well and doesn't use much water. That sounds positive. And Shelby C. had a similar take. So far, I haven't had any issues, especially with how clean stuff comes out.
Yeah, those quotes capture the positive side well. The core cleaning function seems solid for many, but again, you have to balance that with Greg's complaint about the silverware. It just highlights that while it works well for many, specific issues can pop up depending on usage or maybe just luck of the draw with the unit.
So putting it all together, who is this deep dive really for? Who should be seriously considering this EUHOMY dishwasher? Based on everything, it feels like a perfect fit for small households. Singles,
Yeah.
couples,
Mm-hmm.
dorm rooms, definitely. RVs, campers, absolutely. And anyone needing that high heat sanitizing for baby stuff. And the quiet operation is a big plus for shared spaces or studios. So the key benefits for them are compact size, quiet, and that super flexible water source.
Right. On the flip side, who is it less ideal for? Probably not great for heavy users. If you're washing big loads constantly, this small capacity will get frustrating fast. Also, hard water areas could be tricky. There's no built-in water softener or specific spot for rinse aid.
Ah, good point. That can affect cleaning and drying.
Exactly. And finally, if you absolutely demand bone-dry dishes straight out of the machine, this might disappoint, given the drying limitations we talked about.
Okay, let's wrap it up with the final verdict. The ratings from the source material break down like this. Cleaning gets an 8 out of 10. Drying, a bit lower, 6 out of 10. Noise, a perfect 10 out of 10. Water and energy efficiency, a strong 9 out of 10. Ease of use also gets a 9 out of 10. And built-in value comes in at 8 out of 10.
So overall, that leads to a rating of 4 out of 5 stars, a solid score. It's definitely a strong contender if you need something portable, quiet, and efficient for your countertop, especially if that dual water mode solves a problem for you. But you have to accept the trade-offs. The drying isn't perfect, and there's a small chance of running into build quality issues.
So what's the takeaway for you, the listener? I think the core insight is how a really compact appliance can bring major convenience and efficiency, but usually for specific separations. This deep dive, hopefully, gave you that shortcut to being well-informed about this particular solution for, tackling dirty dishes when space is tight.
And maybe thinking about those trade-offs, like, okay, less than perfect drying versus amazing portability and water savings. It tells us something broader about technology, doesn't it? It shows how different needs really drive different kinds of innovation. The best product isn't always the one with every single feature maxed out.
Yeah.
Sometimes the perfect solution is the one that fits your specific life, your context, your priorities.
Absolutely. Which leaves us with a final thought to chew on. In a world where space, and maybe resources too, feel increasingly precious, how might the rise of these kinds of compact, specialized appliances, like this dishwasher, start to change our everyday habits? And what will we expect from convenience in the future? Something to think about.